My beloved child, listen closely, because I am speaking to the quiet place inside your heart, the place where worries whisper louder than hope, the place where tears fall even when no one else can see them. I know the nights when sleep runs away from you, when fear sits beside your pillow, when questions rise like storms and you wonder if anyone truly understands your pain. I have seen every hidden tear, every silent prayer, every moment when you felt forgotten, and I want you to hear my voice today, gentle and strong, saying that you are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will never be alone. When you read the promises written in the Bible, you are not reading distant words from an old time. You are hearing my living voice speaking into your present life. When I said in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest," I was speaking about this very moment in your life, about this heavy weight you are carrying in your heart. When I said in John 14:27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you," I was not offering a temporary comfort. I was giving you a peace that stands even when the world shakes around you. My dear child, I am Jesus Christ, and I know the path of suffering because I walked it. I felt hunger, betrayal, loneliness, and pain, and yet I also carried hope that could not be destroyed. I understand the fear of tomorrow, the regret of yesterday, and the confusion of today, and still I stand beside you, saying, "Trust me," because my love has already overcome the darkness that frightens you. You may be asking why life feels unfair, why prayers seem delayed, why doors close without warning, why people you trusted walked away without explanation. I hear these questions in your heart, and I do not reject them, because I know that faith is often born in the middle of honest struggle. Remember what I said in John 16:33, that in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. Trouble is not the end of your story, sorrow is not the final chapter, and pain is not the definition of your life. Look at your journey, and you will see moments when you thought everything was lost, yet somehow you were carried through. Somehow strength appeared. Somehow hope returned. That was my hand guiding you quietly, even when you could not recognize it. When you thought you were walking alone, I was carrying you. When you thought you had no answers, I was preparing a better plan. When you thought your life had no meaning, I was shaping your purpose. I want you to pause for a moment, breathe slowly, and imagine me sitting beside you, not as a distant king, but as a loving friend who understands your heart completely. Tell me your fears without hiding them. Tell me your doubts without shame. Tell me your dreams without hesitation, because I care about every detail of your life. Even the smallest worry matters to me, because you matter to me more than you can ever measure. Sometimes you feel unworthy, remembering your mistakes, your failures, your broken promises, and you wonder if you deserve another chance. Listen carefully, because my grace is not limited by your past. In John 8:11, when I forgave the woman who thought her life was ruined, I showed the world that mercy is stronger than condemnation. Your story is not finished, and your future is not canceled, because my forgiveness creates new beginnings where people see only endings. Today I am calling you closer, not because you are perfect, but because you are loved. I am inviting you to trust again, to hope again, to pray again, to believe that your life still holds beauty, purpose, and joy. Do not let fear define your identity. Do not let pain silence your faith. Do not let disappointment steal your courage. I am with you in every valley, guiding you toward light, preparing blessings you cannot yet imagine. So open your heart now, listen to my voice, and allow hope to rise again, because this message is only the beginning of the comfort, healing, and strength I want to pour into your life. Say in your heart, "Lord, I am listening," and together we will begin a journey of peace, restoration, and unshakable faith that will transform your story into a testimony of my love.
My beloved child, before you understand the comfort I am giving you today, you must understand the story of love that began long before you were born, long before your first breath, long before your first tear. This story is not about rules alone, not about fear alone, not about punishment alone, but about a love that refused to abandon humanity, even when humanity turned away. From the very beginning, when I formed the world with wisdom and purpose, when I shaped humanity with care and hope, my desire was always relationship, always closeness, always peace between creator and child. Yet humanity chose distance, choosing pride instead of trust, choosing fear instead of faith, choosing darkness instead of light. From that moment, pain entered the world, and brokenness touched every heart. Still, I did not turn away, because my love is patient beyond time, and my mercy reaches further than human imagination. Through prophets, through promises, through miracles, through generations, I kept speaking hope, telling the world that redemption was coming, that healing would arrive, that love would stand again. When the right time came, I came into the world not with armies, not with riches, not with pride, but in humility, born in a quiet place, raised among ordinary people, walking dusty roads with fishermen, farmers, mothers, children, and strangers. I lived among the hurting so they would know that heaven understands their suffering. I spoke with sinners so they would know that forgiveness is possible. I touched the sick so they would know that compassion is real. I sat with the rejected so they would know they are seen. Many people expected power that would conquer kingdoms, but I came to conquer hearts. Many expected judgment without mercy, but I came to reveal mercy without limit. Many expected a distant king, but I came as a shepherd who searches for the lost sheep. In the Gospel of Luke, I told stories about lost coins, lost sons, and lost sheep to remind you that no matter how far you wander, my love searches until it finds you. When you see my life written in the Gospel of Matthew, you see miracles, teachings, parables, and compassion flowing together. I healed blind eyes so people would see hope. I calmed storms so hearts would learn peace. I fed thousands so the world would know that heaven provides. But more than miracles, I came to reveal the heart of God as love, patience, forgiveness, and truth. You may wonder why suffering still exists if love is real. My child, suffering exists because freedom exists, because choices exist, because a broken world needs healing step by step. Yet suffering is not wasted in my hands. Pain can grow compassion. Trials can grow strength. Waiting can grow faith. When you trust me, even your tears become seeds of future joy. Think of people who waited years for answers, yet saw miracles later. Think of parents who prayed for children and saw healing in unexpected ways. Think of hearts that broke in loss, but discovered deeper purpose. In every generation, I have worked quietly, faithfully, patiently, guiding lives in ways that only become clear with time. Remember my disciples, ordinary men with fears, doubts, and confusion. They argued, they misunderstood, they ran away when danger came. Yet I did not reject them. I taught them slowly, corrected them gently, restored them lovingly. After my resurrection, when they thought everything was lost, I came back to them and said, "Peace be with you," showing that failure is not final when love restores. Look also at Peter, who denied me 3 times, yet became a strong leader of faith. Look at Thomas, who doubted, yet became a witness after seeing truth. Look at Mary Magdalene, who was broken, yet became the first to see resurrection joy. These stories were written so you would know that your mistakes do not cancel your calling. When I spoke on a hillside, sharing words now remembered as the Sermon on the Mount, I described a kingdom different from the world system. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are the peacemakers. I showed that greatness in heaven is measured by love, humility, mercy, and faithfulness. In the Psalm 23, written long before my earthly life, you read about a shepherd who leads beside still waters, who restores souls, who prepares a table in the presence of enemies. That shepherd was always pointing toward me, toward the love that walks with you through dark valleys and brings you safely home. My child, your life is also part of this story. The confusion you feel, the questions you ask, the tears you cry, they are not signs that you are forgotten, but signs that you are alive in a world that still needs healing. I see your effort to stay strong, your attempt to smile while carrying pain, your hope that things will change. I honor your faith, even when it feels small. The world around you may speak fear, comparison, and pressure. It may say you are not enough, not successful enough, not loved enough, not strong enough. But my voice speaks truth that does not change. You are created with purpose. You are loved beyond measure. You are stronger than you know, because my strength lives in you. You may not understand why some prayers take time. Sometimes delay protects you. Sometimes waiting prepares you. Sometimes silence teaches you to listen deeper. I work beyond what your eyes can see, arranging moments, opening doors, closing dangers, guiding paths, building character, and preparing blessings. So when you read the Bible, do not see it as history alone. See it as your story continuing. See Abraham's faith when you trust through uncertainty. See David's repentance when you seek forgiveness. See Esther's courage when you stand for truth. See my disciples' transformation when you grow step by step. I am speaking to you today to remind you that your life has meaning within this greater story of redemption. You are not a random life in a random world. You are a cherished soul in a purposeful journey, guided by love that does not give up. When you understand this background, you will see that my comfort is not temporary emotion, but eternal truth built on promises kept through generations. So listen carefully, my child, because in the next moments I will explain more deeply how these promises apply to your fears, your dreams, your struggles, and your future. Hold my words close, breathe slowly, and remember that every promise I made still stands today, alive and ready to bring hope into your life.
Now listen with a calm heart, because I want to explain how my promises truly work in your daily life, in your fears, in your struggles, in your silent battles that nobody else understands. Many people read my words and expect instant miracles, instant solutions, instant changes. Yet my work in your life is often deeper than visible answers, because I am not only fixing situations, I am healing hearts, restoring identity, and building a faith that cannot be shaken by storms. When I said in the Gospel of John that I am the vine and you are the branches, I was showing you a simple but powerful truth. A branch does not struggle to produce fruit by its own strength. It stays connected. It receives life. It grows naturally. In the same way, your peace, your courage, your wisdom, and your strength flow from staying close to me. When you pray honestly, when you listen quietly,
when you read my words slowly, when you choose love even in pain, you are staying connected, and my life begins to grow inside you. You may think faith means pretending everything is fine, but faith is trusting me even when things are not fine. Faith is walking forward when you cannot see the whole road. Faith is choosing hope when fear speaks loudly. Faith is believing my love is real even when life feels unfair. In Romans 8:28, I said that all things work together for good for those who love God, not because every moment is pleasant, but because I can transform even broken pieces into something meaningful. Think about gold being purified in fire. The fire is not pleasant, yet it removes impurities and reveals beauty. Think about a seed buried in soil. It looks like an ending, yet it becomes a beginning. Think about night before sunrise. Darkness is real, yet morning still comes. Your struggles are not meaningless. They are shaping your heart, teaching patience, building compassion, growing wisdom, and preparing you to help others someday. Many times you pray, "Lord, remove this problem." Sometimes I do remove it. Sometimes I strengthen you through it. Sometimes I guide you around it. Sometimes I use it to change your direction towards something better. Trusting me means believing that my wisdom sees further than your understanding. Like a parent protecting a child from danger the child cannot see, I am guiding you with love beyond what you imagine. You worry about your future, your family, your health, your work, your dreams. You compare yourself with others and feel behind. You remember past mistakes and feel ashamed. You look at present struggles and feel tired. My child, listen carefully, because my love is not measured by your success, your perfection, or your achievements. My love is constant. My grace is new every morning. My mercy is stronger than your guilt. In Psalm 91, you read about protection under my wings, about refuge and safety, about angels guarding your path. This does not mean you will never face difficulty. It means you will never face it alone. Protection sometimes means strength to endure. Sometimes it means wisdom to avoid danger. Sometimes it means peace in the middle of chaos. My presence is your greatest protection. You ask why some prayers are answered quickly while others take years. My child, time on earth is not the same as my eternal perspective. A delayed answer can prepare your heart to receive the blessing properly. It can align events perfectly. It can protect you from hidden harm. It can grow faith that will bless others later. When Joseph waited in prison before becoming leader, when David waited years before becoming king, when my disciples waited in fear before seeing resurrection joy, their waiting was not wasted. Let me explain something deeper. Many people believe happiness comes from perfect circumstances, yet true joy comes from inner peace that does not depend on the outside world. That is why in Philippians 4:7, I spoke about peace that surpasses understanding. This peace is not logical, it is spiritual. It is calm during storms, courage during fear, hope during pain, love during rejection. This peace is my gift to those who trust me. When anxiety fills your mind, speak with me honestly. Tell me everything. I am not shocked by your fear. I am not angry about your doubt. I am not tired of your prayers. I am patient with you. Like a shepherd guiding sheep gently, I guide you step by step. You may fall, yet I lift you. You may wander, yet I call you back. You may cry, yet I comfort you. Sometimes your heart feels empty, even when life looks fine outside. That emptiness is your soul searching for deeper connection. No success, no relationship, no possession can fill that space completely, because you were created for love that is eternal. When you invite me into your daily life, into your thoughts, into your worries, into your plans, you begin to experience that fullness. Let us talk about forgiveness, because many hearts are heavy with guilt. You think your mistakes are too big, too shameful, too repeated. But remember the promise in 1 John 1:9 that if you confess your sins, I am faithful and just to forgive. Forgiveness is not ignoring wrong. It is healing brokenness. It is restoring relationship. It is giving new strength to walk better. And let us talk about forgiving others, because pain from others can poison your heart slowly. Forgiveness does not mean accepting injustice. It means releasing bitterness so your heart can heal. When you forgive, you are not saying the hurt was small. You are saying my peace is bigger than the hurt. You also struggle with purpose, wondering why you are here. My child, purpose is not only a big achievement. Purpose is loving your family, helping a friend, speaking kindness, working honestly, praying sincerely, encouraging someone who is tired. Small acts done with love are great in heaven's eyes. In Matthew 25, I said that feeding the hungry, caring for the sick, welcoming the lonely is like serving me directly. Don't underestimate your influence. Your smile can heal someone's sadness. Your prayer can strengthen someone's faith. Your patience can calm someone's anger. Your honesty can inspire someone's courage. Every day you have opportunities to be light in small ways. Now listen carefully, because this is important. Fear often comes from believing lies. Lies that say you are alone. Lies that say nothing will change. Lies that say you are worthless. Lies that say your story is finished. But truth says you are loved. Truth says hope is alive. Truth says growth is possible. Truth says your story continues with purpose. When fear speaks, answer with truth. When doubt whispers, answer with faith. When sadness grows, answer with hope. When anger rises, answer with love. This is not easy, but you are not doing it alone. My Spirit strengthens you quietly inside. You may feel weak today, but weakness can become strength when you trust me. Remember Paul's words in 2 Corinthians 12:9, that my grace is sufficient and my power is made perfect in weakness. When you admit you need help, you open your heart to my strength. My beloved child, you are not expected to be perfect. You are invited to grow. You are not expected to carry everything alone. You are invited to trust. You are not expected to understand everything now. You are invited to walk with me step by step. So keep praying even when answers seem slow. Keep loving even when people disappoint you. Keep hoping even when nights feel long. Keep trusting even when paths look unclear, because my promises are not empty words. They are living truth, working quietly in your life. And remember this always: your pain is temporary, but my love is eternal. Your tears are counted, your prayers are heard, your story is guided, and your future is held safely in my hands.
My beloved child, sometimes truth becomes clearer when you see it lived out in real lives, in real tears, in real struggles, and in real victories. So now let me show you how my promises have worked, not only in ancient pages, but in hearts that beat with fear, doubt, hope, and courage, just like yours. Think about a woman who felt invisible for years, waking up each morning to responsibilities that felt heavy, caring for her family while silently carrying disappointment in her heart. She prayed for change, yet nothing seemed to move. She compared her life to others and felt behind, uncelebrated, unnoticed. Yet every day she whispered a simple prayer, asking me for strength to continue. Slowly, without dramatic miracles, her heart changed. She became more patient, more peaceful, more confident. Her circumstances did not shift immediately, but her spirit did. Years later, when unexpected opportunity came, she was ready, because the waiting had built character inside her.
That quiet growth was my work, shaping her through faithfulness. Now, think about a young man who made serious mistakes, who chose wrong friendships, wrong habits, wrong paths, and eventually faced consequences that left him ashamed. He believed his life was ruined beyond repair. But one night, in desperation, he cried out for forgiveness. He did not expect anything dramatic, yet he felt a calm presence and a new desire to change. Step by step, he rebuilt his life. He repaired relationships. He pursued honest work. He encouraged others to avoid his mistakes. What transformed him was not human advice alone, but the truth of grace, the promise that forgiveness in 1 John 1:9 was real. His story mirrors the parable in the Gospel of Luke about the lost son who returned home and was embraced with love rather than rejection. Consider also a father who lost his job unexpectedly. Fear entered his home. Bills waited. Responsibilities felt overwhelming. He prayed not only for employment, but for peace so his family would not see his anxiety. Weeks passed without results. Interviews failed. Doubt grew. Yet during that season, his children watched him pray faithfully instead of giving up. They saw him speak hope instead of bitterness. Eventually, a new opportunity came, better than the previous one. But something greater had already happened. His children learned faith through his example. His patience became their strength. His trust became their testimony. What looked like delay was preparation for deeper influence. Remember the story of Peter in the Gospel of Matthew, who walked on water toward me, but began to sink when fear distracted him. That moment represents many of you. You start with courage, then circumstances frighten you, and you feel yourself sinking into doubt. Yet notice that I did not let Peter drown. I reached out my hand. In your life, when faith feels small, I am still reaching, still holding, still lifting you up. There was also a woman who struggled with illness for many years, feeling isolated and tired. She wondered why healing had not come despite many prayers. During her long season of waiting, she began writing messages of encouragement to others who were sick. She formed friendships through shared pain. She learned compassion that she never would have discovered otherwise. Though her body felt weak, her spirit became strong. In ways she did not expect, her suffering became a source of comfort for many. Just as Paul wrote about strength in weakness, her life reflected that divine pattern. Think about those who faced rejection, who were misunderstood because of their faith, who stood for honesty when compromise seemed easier. One businessman chose integrity even when it cost him profit. Others mocked him. He faced loss, yet over time, his reputation for honesty attracted trust and long-term success. More importantly, his conscience remained clear. In Matthew 5, I spoke about being salt and light, about living differently in a dark world. His story shows that obedience may feel costly at first, but it produces lasting fruit. Now, consider someone grieving the loss of a loved one. That pain feels unbearable. Questions arise that have no simple answers. In that valley, comfort does not come through explanations, but through presence. When this person prayed Psalm 23 slowly, reading about walking through the valley of the shadow of death without fear because the shepherd is near, something shifted. Tears continued, yet despair lessened. The grief did not disappear, but hope gently entered. Over time, memories became less painful and more precious. The valley was real, but so was my comfort. Look also at a student overwhelmed by pressure, comparing grades, worrying about future success, fearing failure. Anxiety grew until peace felt impossible. One day, while reading Philippians 4:6 about presenting requests with thanksgiving, the student began practicing gratitude daily. Instead of focusing only on fear, gratitude opened perspective. Slowly, anxiety lost control. The exams still mattered, but identity was no longer defined by results. That shift brought freedom. There are countless stories across generations, people who felt abandoned but discovered purpose, people who were addicted but found freedom, people who were angry but learned forgiveness, people who were weak but became leaders. Their transformation did not come from perfection, it came from surrender, from trusting me in small daily choices. Even my disciples were examples of gradual growth. After my resurrection, they were still afraid. They gathered behind locked doors. Yet when they remembered my words and received my peace, courage replaced fear. They began sharing hope boldly, not because they were naturally strong, but because they experienced my living presence. In every story, the pattern remains consistent. Pain is real, struggle is real, waiting is real, yet so is my faithfulness, so is my guidance, so is my restoration. You may not see dramatic miracles daily, but look carefully at your own life. Remember moments when strength appeared unexpectedly. Remember times when comfort arrived through a friend's message. Remember when a closed door redirected you to something better. Remember when a failure taught wisdom that success could not teach. These are not coincidences, they are signs of my quiet involvement. My beloved child, your story is still being written. The chapter you are in now may feel confusing or heavy, but it is not the final chapter. Just as those real lives moved from despair to hope, from weakness to growth, from fear to courage, you also are moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Trust that I am weaving purpose into your ordinary days. Trust that seeds planted in tears will bloom in joy. Trust that your faith, even if small, is powerful when placed in my hands, because the same love that restored Peter, welcomed the lost son, strengthened the sick, guided the grieving, and honored the faithful, is the love surrounding you right now.
My beloved child, now let us go deeper, beyond visible events, beyond temporary emotions, beyond surface-level understanding, and look into the spiritual truths that quietly shape your life every single day. What you see around you is only part of reality. There is also an unseen work happening within your heart, within your mind, within your spirit. And that unseen work is often more important than external success or visible change. You often measure progress by outcomes, by achievements, by answered prayers that appear clearly in front of you. But I measure growth by transformation of character, by deepening trust, by increasing love, by maturing patience, by strengthening faith that stands firm even without visible proof. True spiritual growth is like roots growing under the soil. Nobody applauds roots. Nobody sees them expanding. Yet without deep roots, the tree cannot survive storms. When you go through seasons of silence, when prayers seem unanswered, when emotions feel dry, do not assume I am distant. Silence is not absence. Sometimes silence is invitation. Invitation to seek me more deeply. Invitation to trust beyond feelings. Invitation to grow roots instead of chasing quick results. In the book of Isaiah, you read that those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength, that they will rise on wings like eagles. Waiting is not wasting. Waiting is strengthening. Let me explain something about identity, because much of your pain comes from forgetting who you truly are. The world gives you labels based on performance, appearance, income, popularity, or past mistakes, but I define you by love.
You are not your worst failure. You are not your greatest achievement. You are my child. In the Gospel of John, it is written that those who receive me are given the right to become children of God. That identity is not temporary, it is secure. When you understand identity, comparison loses power, jealousy weakens, insecurity fades. You stop running a race that was never meant for you. You begin walking your unique path with peace. Purpose is not copying someone else's calling. Purpose is faithfully living the assignment given to your heart. Now let us speak about fear, because fear is one of the strongest forces that tries to control you. Fear magnifies problems. Fear imagines worst outcomes. Fear whispers lies repeatedly until they feel like truth. But perfect love casts out fear, as written in 1 John 4:18. My love does not deny challenges, it gives courage in the middle of them. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is choosing trust despite fear. You also struggle with control. You want certainty about tomorrow. You want guarantees about outcomes. You want assurance that pain will never return. Yet life requires trust. When you surrender control to me, you are not becoming passive. You are becoming aligned with wisdom greater than your own. Proverbs 3:5 teaches you to trust in the Lord with all your heart and not lean on your own understanding. That does not mean ignoring intelligence, it means recognizing limits. My perspective stretches beyond time. Let us talk about transformation of the mind. Many battles you face are internal. Negative thoughts repeat, regret replays, anxiety imagines future disasters. But transformation begins when you intentionally renew your mind with truth. In Romans 12:2, you are told not to conform to the pattern of this world, but to be transformed by renewing your mind. What you repeatedly think becomes what you believe. What you believe shapes what you feel. What you feel influences what you do. Therefore, filling your mind with truth changes your direction. Another deep truth is this: love is the highest power in the universe, not emotion alone, but sacrificial, patient, forgiving love. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, love is described as patient, kind, not envious, not proud, not easily angered, not keeping record of wrongs. When you practice this kind of love, even imperfectly, you participate in divine nature. Love heals relationships. Love restores dignity. Love softens hardened hearts. Love builds communities. Suffering also has a hidden dimension. You often ask why pain is allowed. While not every suffering has a simple explanation, suffering can produce endurance. Endurance builds character, and character produces hope, as written in Romans 5:3-4. This hope is not wishful thinking. It is confident expectation that I am still working. When you endure with faith, you become stronger than you realize. Gratitude is another spiritual key. Gratitude shifts focus from lack to provision. It does not deny problems, it acknowledges blessings within problems. When you thank me for small mercies, daily breath, supportive friends, lessons learned, protection received, you open your heart to joy. Gratitude multiplies peace. Let us also understand obedience. Obedience is not restriction meant to limit joy. It is guidance meant to protect freedom. When a shepherd directs sheep away from cliffs, it is not control, but care. When I guide you away from harmful choices, it is love. Sometimes obedience feels inconvenient, yet it prevents deeper pain later. Community is also part of my design. You were not created to walk alone. Isolation weakens faith. Honest fellowship strengthens it. Sharing burdens lighten them. Encouraging one another multiplies courage. In Hebrews 10:25, you are encouraged to not neglect meeting together. Spiritual growth flourishes in supportive relationships. Finally, understand this profound truth. Eternity shapes perspective. Earthly struggles, though intense, are temporary compared to eternal joy. In the book of Revelation, you read about a future without tears, without death, without sorrow. That promise does not remove present pain, but it anchors hope. Your story extends beyond this lifetime. So, when confusion surrounds you, remember that unseen growth is happening. When weakness overwhelms you, remember that my strength works best there. When fear attacks, remember that love is greater. When control slips, remember that my plan remains steady. When loneliness whispers, remember that my presence is constant. You are being shaped into someone stronger, wiser, kinder, more faithful. The process may feel slow, but transformation is happening. Just as a sculptor removes pieces to reveal beauty within stone, I am shaping your life, carefully, intentionally, lovingly. Hold these insights close, my child. They are foundations under your faith. They will support you in storms. They will steady you in waiting. They will remind you who you are and whose you are.
My beloved child, after hearing all these words of comfort, truth, and promise, I am now standing gently at the door of your heart, inviting you not just to listen, but to respond. I am not forcing you. I am not demanding perfection. I am simply asking you to trust me one step at a time, to walk with me in your daily life, to allow my peace to enter places where fear has lived for too long. Remember, the promises written in the Bible are not distant poetry meant only for ancient people. They are living words meant for you, for your present struggles, for your silent questions, for your hidden tears. When I said, I am with you always, I meant today. When I said, do not be afraid, I meant your current fear. When I said, come to me, I meant this very moment. So begin with something simple. Speak to me honestly tonight. Tell me your worries, your dreams, your doubts, your hopes. Open your heart without fear, because I already know you completely, and still I love you completely. Spend a few quiet minutes each day listening, reading, reflecting, and thanking me even for small blessings. These small steps will slowly fill your heart with strength you did not know you had. If you have been carrying guilt, release it to me. If you have been holding anger, surrender it to me. If you have been afraid to hope again, let me rebuild your courage. In the Gospel of John, I promised peace that the world cannot give, and that peace is ready for you right now. Not a shallow happiness, but a deep assurance that you are loved, guided, and protected. Walk forward with kindness. Encourage someone who is tired. Forgive someone who hurt you. Help someone who is struggling. Pray for someone who feels alone. These acts may seem small, but they shine like light in darkness. When you become a source of hope for others, your own heart becomes stronger. Do not worry about tomorrow more than today. I am already there, preparing your path. Do not let yesterday control your future. My grace is new every morning. Do not let fear silence your faith. My strength is within you. My child, your life still holds purpose. Your story still holds beauty. Your future still holds joy. Trust me, walk with me, and you will see that even your pain can become testimony. Even your tears can become blessings, and even your struggles can become strength. Now take a deep breath, lift your heart, and whisper, Lord, I trust you. And as you walk forward, remember that I am with you always, guiding you toward peace, toward hope, toward love that never ends. Go in courage, my beloved child, because your best days are still ahead, and my love will carry you every step of the way.